Hello and welcome back. We will be finishing off this level today. So it's... yeah, Agent is the same as the other one, it's just tougher, as you know. Now instead of wasting a little bit, now it takes almost a whole clip just to kill off a single guy. The biggest difference as far as this is really concerned, though, is how aggressive the AI is going to be pursuing. Oh, shit. Like that. On a lower difficulty, they would not have done that. Also, did I just pick up a hand grenade? That'll be super useful here in a little bit. Oh snap, already been shot. Oh, that's who was shooting at me. Let's close on this door. Go ahead and get a nice little sneak tap at your toes. Huh? Then I can just barricade myself over here. All of these poor men who try attacking me will all be like perfectly in the line of fire. And now that was like half of the guards from the entire level just gone in a matter of seconds. But I have taken a lot more damage than I would have liked. Hopefully I can deal with the other guards a lot easier. Thankfully, though... okay, is this actually a separate room? Oh yeah. So, ow. I was gonna say something cool about this room, but then he shot me. Probably. So in the movie, that's actually the kitchen. Little fun fact if you never heard it. Of course, most people probably know that fact by now, but it is there for those who want to know. After all, this is an educational channel. It's not educational about anything that matters. Hello. Oh. What? Sorry about that. Oh, gosh. Going down again. Okay, there we go. This time around, I hope I can do this maybe a little bit better. Do something I haven't been doing up to this. But I know is something that you can do. Get a nice little cheeky headshot on him. Run on out here. Quickly get rid of him. Get rid of him as well before anybody has the time to notice. he's not up here yet, which... fair enough, I guess. It's so tense. Yeah. Just quickly deal with him. Thank you. There's also him. Nice. When he does present a perfect chance for you, you gotta take it. My favorite NPCs in the game, just because of how perfect he oftentimes gives you a shot at him. He oftentimes gives you a fully uninhibited shot. Which is certainly a rarity. Can't say that I'm too disappointed though, that he gives you just such an easy target to deal with. Push on into here. Ow! Seriously. What's up with that common theme in this particular segment? That everybody is just so much better than you at gunplay. I don't know. Boo-doo-doo-doo. Bam-bum-bum. I know it shouldn't be a very hard segment. Like seriously, you're supposed to go through all of this part. Pretty much totally unchallenged for the most part. Later on that you're supposed to start feeling the burn. Which is why I just can't figure it out. Also, if there was a cheese in this game, this would certainly be it. Classic perfect dark cheese. Only the freshest cheese. Which of course is certainly one of the weirdest segments of Perfect Dark. It's just a block of cheese at one point. Or actually, I should say it. One point in literally every single level. It's the weirdest thing from Perfect Dark, but for some reason they added in a cheese in every single level. And while it is a cool little thing, it's a totally unexplained in-game as to why they put cheese in every level. Oftentimes hiding it in pretty obscure spots too, or putting it so far out of the way that unless if you're some kind of a madman, you'd never encounter the cheese. Hence why literally everybody who has played Perfect Dark has to go out and search for cheese. If there's one unifying feature of gamers, it's that we really like to find weird and obscure stuff. seems to be pretty much universal. Gamers like weird stuff almost as much as pediatricians like healthy children. I know it's odd, but for some reason, in the case of Perfect Dark at least, cheese was their primary way of hiding things. And as far as gamers are concerned, the cheese really could have been anything they wanted it to be, but of course, they went with cheese. I mean, what sane, normal person doesn't just put a block of cheese in the middle of their game? Just quickly handle all of the besieging Soviets. Ah. You know what? I don't know if I like this whole game banning idea that I keep hearing about. And there was a lot of perfect places in Goldeneye to add in something like the cheese. But they seemingly had a good idea of what not to put into a video game, aka random blocks of cheese. Instead they preferred a more traditional thing to hide. Random semi-obscure references to older Goldeneye, or older James Bond movies. Which I do suppose in a game about James Bond is, well, about as reasonable as it gets, really. Certainly a lot more than just putting cheese everywhere. There we go. I love doing it this way just because it forces every enemy in the level all to act like an utter idiot. And also, there's very little danger as far as the enemy actually discovering things. Okay, wow. There was a few intelligent units after all. Would you look at that? Sometimes the best way to handle a situation in games is to just do the least logical thing. Which I suppose makes sense in James Bond game. I mean, out of all the spy franchises out there, James Bond is kind of the one famous for its questionable at times leader. Yeah. Mr. Bond isn't particularly well known for being the smartest man. No, he is not. One of the best shots around, that is. More accurate, though. Because he is quite famous in Bond lore as being a good shot. Is he famous for being necessarily always the best shot? Yeah. Different movies will tell you different things, but certainly a hell of a lot. Ow. Here's... Holy crap, these guys all came out to visit too? Rare. I really just need to push my way into one of those gas tankers, I think. Maybe that's just the only way to get around. Push yourself into a corner and just shoot away. As I've discovered 3 different times. Now in this game where that's the most simple solution, is just get everybody to gather up in a small area and pound away at them. Yeah. Pop on through the bath stall. Then you swing around, go on into this guy's. Pick up his gun. Push on through to the outside. Intentionally. Be a bad shot when it comes to this guy. Now when everybody comes up here, all your job is now is to shoot at them as they come up the stairs. Crap. Oop. Okay. Just... Thank you. Okay. I knew it would be a good idea to come down here for some reason. I wasn't sure why at the time. Now, certainly I am thankful for it. I guess premonitions can be good sometimes. They can also be false, but... in this very specific case, it worked out to my benefit. So, with that, I will stealth kill this guy. Yeah, that appears to work really good, just turtle your way through video games. Would have been a perfect run if it wasn't for this guy. But I do suppose that eventually something had to give him. At least it was there instead of earlier on. There we go. Then I just surprise attack him. No, I just need to be good enough to clear on out a little space so I can get on into here. Run on in here, spin around. Now I have pretty much control over the hallway. Now I know I just have to wait around for a little bit. Wait, what? There's a guy in here now? How did he get in here? Must be he was just outside and he was somehow shooting me. do you suppose that would have had to have been it? I have no idea how else it would have worked. The faster I can find dope, though, the better. Since Doke really can be anywhere, it's better for you, at least, if he's earlier on. The later he is, the more issues you'll have. I see about this. As soon as I see the door opening up, just pierce him a few times with my manly bullets. Oh crap, that's a grenade! Run! I just have to wait for the door to open on up, and I can blast him away. So much easier if you're not having to wait for the Oh, perfect. I just have to wait for this door to close. So that I can open up this door. I can go ahead and deal with the guards in here. This should only have no guards. That platform has guards. Yes. Good. Time to leave Dr. Doke. I'll be needing this to get into the bottling plant. As per the usual. So now that that happened, though, now it will be fairly easy to get to the bottling plant, since there's no more secrets or surprises to catch me off guard. It's just to push into the bottling plant, and after that, a very dangerous game. In fact, some might describe it as the most deadly game, because you basically have to prepare to blow it up as you're running out the door. Oh yes, I almost forgot I have to hit the button over in the other end. Also, that looked like body armor, was it? This is body armor right here. No, that's just a chair. I was about to say, if that was body armor, I am saved. Of course, it can't be that easy. Just go around here to the pen. Alright. Stairs. These guys come for a quick little taste of the mother pencil gun. Ha. Dang it. I was even doing so good that time around too. I got dope, I got crawl around the fence. Do this all faster, better, stronger. Maybe I've been doing it too slow. I haven't been advising them enough. I don't know. Tell you this though, it certainly has been rather annoying. Not very difficult, I do suppose that could describe this whole mission though as not exceptionally difficult. It's certainly more than a little bit annoying. By doing it in that way, I'm sure. How much health do I have right now? Yeah, I only got one hit on me, which, compare that to other times that I've done this, one hit is nothing. There we go, shot in the neck. Which in this game counts as being good enough to kill someone. Yeah, if I get another grenade, I know exactly what I have to do with it. There it is. Oh shit! I thought that you were already captured, dude. Turns out that I guess I didn't draw out everybody. Which also means there should be another man maybe wandering about the facility, which in that case that is not particularly good. I'm still not that far behind what I normally am at this point. So I do suppose it does kind of cancel out. I thought I saw a face poking the other way. I just switch it back over to this, and then go ahead and fire upon him. I'll be very careful when I pop this, so that I only have to deal with him at first. Then I can deal with the other two at once. Okay, then I can just pop into here while I'm still waiting. Spin around and deal with this guy. Just pop a few shots into there. Should alert the guards, I think. I don't know why, but I do kind of love that sign. It's just like, no James Bonds. Like, yeah, they knew they were gonna have a James Bond problem at some point. Any cookies now? Good. That's all cleared out. Hopefully the other side is as well. Guess I will be discovering that soon. I just also pop that security door. I'm not sure if that does anything, but hopefully it will. Just go ahead and close on that door. For some reason they really like that puzzle where you open on up a door and then you close on up another one. Not totally sure why it was like their favorite puzzle in the whole game to make. They used it enough to where I'm pretty sure they did absolutely love that puzzle. Whatever. Now I can get through quite a lot of it without really getting hurt, too, and that's the thing, is at least I'm advancing. Every time I die, I get a little bit better, I think. At least I don't die quite as much as I used to. I'm sure that those who beat the game pretty easily on 007 Ultra Suicide Mode plus everything is 1000%. Dark mode, I think is what they actually call it. I'm sure if somebody like that was out there, they would be rather frustrated, but to be fair, I doubt that is my audience. I somewhat doubt that anybody in my audience is even bothered. It has everything able to be, I would say. Something which, while it isn't insanely difficult, is certainly no easy feat either. Just go ahead and shoot down the hallway a little bit. Hopefully attract the attention of those guards. Go ahead and fire on these advancing guards. Pick on up all of their ammo. And then hit all these guys as they charge up the staircase. Which I'd say was a fairly successful attack. That was a very bad one, but hey. Maybe quit picking up clearance card B does something good for me later on down the road. It is very difficult to tell what exactly does what. Can't tell. The game is full of situations that you don't really expect. For some reason, you just have a lot of different times where you kind of are caught off guard. Again, I think I'm playing too cautiously, but then again, I am also trying to stealth it a little bit just because I think it is kind of cool. Playing a James Bond game, you know? Stealthing. Okay, look at that. I guess at this point I can just hold off the guards that spot on, right? Yeah, that was pretty bad, honestly. But it did give me an idea, which I do suppose is something. You know what they say about things that give you ideas. And hopefully don't involve a bunch of men in a bathroom. And a Russian pinnacle arms plant, especially. Oh. Ow. Cancel that. That was way too hardcore, dude. Like, I guess after I got the first shot on me, I just kind of folded. So, two interesting observations. One is that, despite the name, KF-7 Soviet is actually inspired by a German-inspired gun itself. Yeah, in real life, the AK-47, which the KF-7 Soviet is quite clearly a parody of, is actually a real-life gun, inspired by the German MP40s. I can't remember. It was inspired by the MP40. I just, for some reason, drawing a blank as to if the MP40 was a German or Allied gun. No idea why I would be drawing a blank there. But either way, though, it was inspired by the way that the German gun, which is whose name I am not going to be disclosing at this moment, due to fear of looking like an idiot. I mean, I'm sure that I still will end up looking like an idiot regardless, but, you know, now I've got my bases covered at least. But the gun that, the primary light machine gun of the Germans actually inspired the AK-47, because it, in real life, instead of being very accurate or being very effective, unlike the Allies' primary one, it was actually very much so not. But it fired at a much faster rate and had a much stronger sound to it. So a lot of people would oftentimes joke that it sounded more deadly. And as such, often actually inspired more fear in the enemy than the Allies stuff, which could easily pierce through the Germans and just absolutely annihilated them on many occasions. But thanks to this method, Germans were actually able to win the beginning of the war, at least very quickly. Thanks to basically bluffing. Their gun just sounded terrifying because it had a much wider spray of bullets. Something which I suppose is a very useful feature on a machine gun. I suppose. Again, I'm no machine gun expert, so I'm not sure as to why you would want a big spray of machine gun bullets, but I don't know. It was, in effect, more dangerous despite being less accurate, and by extension, less deadly. It just terrified everybody so much that many French, especially early on, just couldn't handle it and surrendered. And seriously, there was a lot of fortifications along, especially the Maginot, where they could have easily held out for essentially ever. But of course, the Allies weren't prepared for the might of German acoustics. One of the weirder ways to money, for sure. Not totally unbelievable, though, given other ways that the Germans had won wars in the past, as the Prussians, and the Austrians, where they used horses. Yes, the power of the cavalry charge was not exclusively Polish, despite what many people believe, thanks to, you know, like, all of the media in the world talking about the Polish cavalry charge. Now, there was a Prussian cavalry charge, too. Equally as deadly, it's just less well publicized for obvious reasons. Do 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 bam bam. I feel really cautious when I'm approaching the door, just because I really don't want to be totally annihilated. Something I know is likely to happen. Dang it, and it was going so well up to that point, too. For some reason, the AI just wasn't reacting right, or something. They just weren't coming out today. You know, I think I will leave that till next time, so I'll see you when I come back tomorrow. Bye-bye. Alright, we are back. Doo-doo. Bow wow. Down now. Down now. Bow now. Bow wow. Get something Soviet. Good. I like how James Bond is just kind of allowed to use the Soviet Union. Okay, let's see this. Oh crap. I just close on a pistol. Oh crap. Ow. Yep, that was a pretty terrible attempt, really. Honestly, it wasn't that bad up until, like, close to the end, and then it just got really bad. Yeah. And as soon as I'm done with getting this set up for you guys... Wait a second. Did I seriously get him to go out of the stall? I don't think I've ever seen them actually leave the stall before. Dum dum. I could just watch this all day. Yeah, I'm gonna restart that though, just because I was doing pretty bad. But in all honesty, that wasn't my worst attempt at doing something before. Because as I said, this game is kind of tough at times. So there certainly is times where you just do pretty awful. Other times you do great. I'm surprised nobody heard all the bullet holes getting formed everywhere. Honestly, that worked out really well, despite the fact that it really had no right to work out so well. Okay. Then going on up here, switching on over. First sign of an enemy, I shoot. Aha, there we go. Let me just quickly do the touch tap technique. 3 bullets per... Ow. Per tap. All it takes. Oh, and then there's that guy over there. Ow. That was working out so well too. Too bad he came from behind. That was, as you say, rather disappointing. I do suppose out of all of the alternatives, that one was a fairly effective run. Also, I think I just heard something, so I'll be right back. Another 2 more minutes until I have to go and do that. Just fine by me, I guess. Ooh. Let me just... I really can't afford to get hit at all in this tunnel. That tunnel is just, like... Basically, up until I'm in the other room, I can't afford to get hit. Bum, bum. Da-da-da-dum. Ba-dum. Ba-na-na-na-na-na-wow. I seriously somehow managed to get this guy trapped behind the door. Well, I can't say that was the smoothest attempt ever. I can say that was one of the more interesting that I've experienced lately. I'll just go ahead and close off this door. Wipe him on out. Go off close. Thank you. Now I zoom on in. Hit that guy a few times. Then fire away. And for the meantime, I think I'm pretty much safe for a little bit. Come on, go ahead. You can pick that up. Oh, crap. Where's it coming from? Okay, down there. Whew. Hopefully if there is anybody down there, they've already been drawn out. And I think I can Kobe that guy. Yeah, that was pretty pathetic, to be honest. Boom, boom. Boom, ba-da-dum, boom, 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 boom. Next shot. Da-da-da-dum, ba-ba-bum. Now to do this very carefully. Good. Nobody was stupid enough to get in my way there. The biggest problem I have with this particular segment is there's a lot of different ways that you can go about things. Not all of them necessarily lead to your benefit. Oh crap. And I'm fine if I can hit him like that. Because now all I need to do is just get held up over here and just wait for them to all come on in. Dun dun. Da, 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 da. Dun, dun. Child's play. Bing. Sounds like if another door is opening on up, but I'm not leaving this door just because it is relatively difficult to get back in here. Da 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 da. Dun dun. Oh. Stupid door. I mean, whatever. Honestly, out of all of the occasions that door can close, I do suppose that is the best option. Actually, let me see about this guy. I know he's running on up to the bathrooms, but also, thank you for giving me clearance card A. If I remember right, clearance card A does get you access to this room. Yep. I actually can't remember what B does, per se. Now all that's left is that last guy in this room. Which I should be able to hit pretty easily. Thank you. Do-do-do-do. Bum, bum. If I was able to wipe out so many units right there. Maybe that's a good sign for in this room. Everybody's gone. It looks like if the central room is cleared as well. Guess I'm gonna go around this way first though, just to make doubly sure. Yeah, so now all I have to do is enter into the main room, which I believe, if I remember right, there's probably still a dead guard in here. I mean, I'm not gonna complain about it, it's just... I honestly wasn't expecting him to be dead right there. Again, there's no need to complain though, it's just weird. Doo-doo. You. So now all I have to do is go on up here first off. Go ahead and clear on off that guard. Thankfully, due to the way that this game handles itself, that is in fact not a very difficult part. Also, where did that gunfire come from? Okay, there are people coming up the stairs now. I just saw a guy run up here for some reason. Also, he appears to be a guard. He might have been the most worthless guard I've ever seen. He just abandoned his post for, was that one? And he just ran away like, ah! Dr. Doak is nowhere to be found in here, so he must be back by the experiment rooms. Which I do suppose is fine. Okay, guy. Thank you. Just open all of this door. Wow, look at that. Scientists can get those doors to work fast. I guess conclusive evidence as to why you would want to be a scientist in a James Bond movie. Because they can open up doors really fast, I guess. Dude. Now I know for a fact, though, that there's going to be some guards running down the stairs. There we go, there's the other guard. Let's see about this. Now that should have attracted the attention of the guard that's going to be along that hallway, hopefully. Ha. Oh, crap! Whew. Hope I managed to get him off guard, I think. Okay, there's two over here. Not good. Oh, crap. Shit. Seafaring vessels! Come on, why are you going, Bond? As I said, too close for comfort there. Is he seriously? Ah, there he is. Time to leave, Dr. Doak. Bum bum. There we go. Now I have the decoder. If I remember right, there shouldn't be anybody who will question me, but there we go. Security code wasn't found to be acceptable, which is fine. Oh, there we go. Trevelyan is here. Come on. For England, James. For England, Alec. Half of everything is locked. And the other half? Okay. Objective D complete, and I walk backwards. And that should have been it. Is it it? Yeah! Best time. And that was that. I will be back next week for more Runway. See you then.